Yeah, I think we've been ready for a little while. The middle part of the conference season seemed like it got long. This group of kids has had some pretty lofty goals in mind for a while, and it's kind of exciting to be finally at the end at tournament time to hopefully go out and put some things together.
Can you break down the field for me? Who presents the biggest challenges?
That's a really interesting question. The Sun Belt tournament has been in the past several years. The first round was almost like a formality in a lot of the matchups, and that's not going to be the case this year. The league, I think some people have a perception that the league is down a little bit because Middle Tennessee's having a bit of an off year and FIU's having a bit of an off year compared to what they've done in the past several. But the overall, the bottom half of the league, the overall league is really playing better volleyball now, and I think day one you'll see many upsets on day one. And obviously I like our chances going in with what we've done over the past several weeks, but our very first round matchup is against the only team that's taken a set from us, and so we certainly understand that can happen, and I don't think there's anybody coming to the tournament this year that doesn't have aspirations of advancing, and I think that makes for a pretty exciting tournament.
Throughout this run, only having lost one set throughout the conference, have you had to battle complacency at all? And if so, how have you combated that?
Well, people don't want to hear it, but I'm probably as worn down as I've ever been as a coach because of that very reason. Winning and losing, sometimes those losses keep your players' attention. And, with us being on the winning streak that we've been on, every week it's been a challenge for me to put things in front of our team to keep them locked in on where we're trying to go and what we're trying to do. And so it's been difficult mentally for me, but I think our kids have stood up to that test, week in, week out, and we've found reasons to play, and we've found ways to get better, and so I'm excited about that.
Melanie, same question for you. How have you, combated, the thought of, just assuming you go right in there and take care of business without, snapping your finger, I guess?
Well, it's tournament time, and you see a lot of upsets in tournament time, so we got to go in there knowing that they're going to come out for us, like knowing that we play FIU, they're the only team that's taken a set off of us, so we have to go in there ready, because everyone's going to want to win, and we want to win just as bad, but we can't go in with big heads thinking we got it in the bag, so just go in there and keep doing what we've been doing.
In a way, are you kind of glad to play FIU right off the bat, because they're the only team that's kept you from literally being perfect in league play?
Yeah, we're really excited to play them, so we're really looking forward to it.
Are you excited to play at home, Melanie, or is there a little bit more pressure to play at home?
I'm excited to play at home. I think it's a great experience. We're going to have a huge fans base, and a lot of family can be here now, and it's in Diddle. We're familiar with it, so I think it's going to be an awesome experience.
Heather, outside of winning the tournament, which is the obvious goal, what else are you guys trying to do here in the next several days and into the weekend?
We just want to focus on what we've been focusing on the whole season. When things get tough, just keep playing and try to stand up to adversity. And like Melanie said, anything can happen in tournament time, so we're going to be ready for anything, and we're just going to keep playing when it gets hard.
Coach, you pretty certain you'll be an at-large team this year?
I feel good about it. Yeah, I think a lot of people have assumed it for a few weeks, but I haven't because, although we were 21 in the RPI at the beginning of conference play, and we've gone 15-0 in conference, and we're 30 in the RPI, and that's frustrating. But I felt all along through the regular conference season, if we were to drop a match or two, which is possible, then it would put us in a really precarious situation. But this week's RPI hasn't come out yet, but we were 30 going into the Middle Tennessee match, and I got to believe we're in a really good. We have made our case. We have 3 losses all season long, and they're to 3 teams that are in the top 20, and then we've put together some awfully good wins, beating number 10, beating number 22 on the road, and so I just can't see a scenario where we wouldn't be. But it's our job this week to make sure that we make the decision for them.
do you almost have to go in with that approach that there is no at-large, because it keeps a sense of urgency, but also just totally drew a blank. But just you don't never want to assume anything.
Yeah, well, this team's been driven all year by trying to do things that have never been done, and I've been driven for 18 years as the head coach of this program to try to do things that have never been done. And again, we've gone from 298th in the country my first year in the RPI to 18th in the country right now, and so I've always been driven by that, and I think our players have really been driven by that over the last year or two, and certainly breaking into the national rankings is something that was important to them. We want to advance in postseason, and one of the things that's eluded us is we've never won the Sun Belt tournament here in Diddle Arena. We've had it here a couple times since I've been the coach, and that's eluded us, and it's been great every time we've won it, but sure would be nice to do it with everybody's friends and family around and celebrate it here in our hometown.
Melanie, what would that mean to you, being able to win in your home arena?
I think it would be awesome. I have a lot of family coming and that weren't able to see it last year. So I mean, last year's experience was amazing as well, but this one would just be that much better because friends and family will be here, and it'll just. I'm really excited.